save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. Yeah. And I'm back in the saddle again. I'm back. Yeah, I don't know why Aerosmith's not calling me. You know, Steven Tyler's got problems going on with his voice and everything. I've been an Aerosmith fan for years. Okay, I got everything by. I even have the hillbilly country album that he put out there, and the blues album that they listen. I've been when I was a kid. Okay, I remember going into Sam Goody. Who remembers Sam Goody? Goody's got it. Sam's Goody. Goody's got it. And up on the top shelf they had the Pandora's box, the Aerosmith Pandora's box, and I was like, oh, Dad, I've been good. Listen. It's all I want. I want the Aerosmith Pandora's box, the long one, the big box. Okay, not to get the little box. That's the one I own right now in my personal collection. But at one point in my life, I did own the big box, and it had cassette tapes in it. And at that time, because it was cassette tape time during that time, and I would go in, and it was like looking at like a piece of art. Okay, I was looking at a piece of art, and I'd be like, Dad, can I get it today? No. And at the time, I gotta tell you, I don't know what box sets were going for back in the Sam Goody days, but I can't. I want to believe that it probably wasn't any higher than like $30, $40. And nowadays, box sets are like $200, $300. So, I mean, why my father couldn't kind of like reach into his pocket and like pull out like maybe a couple $20 bills and like, you know, maybe hook a guy up for doing all the dishes, take care of your brother and doing the laundry and putting stuff away and keeping the house clean and making supper. And maybe he could have hooked a guy up, but no. I had to wait. I had to save my money and I had to buy it myself. But yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that. I had that I'm back in the saddle again song because I've been doing a lot of moving around the house, and now I'm back in the chair, and I'm talking about movies and stuff. And I actually got some packages in. Yes, listen. I apologize for the packages been slow going, but not only has there not been a lot being released on physical media that I want, I'm telling you, I'm sticking by it. My regular viewers. You know that I'm going through some kind of financial struggles. And upgrading an upgrade from an upgrade to another upgrade is stupid, okay? Going from Blu-ray to another Blu-ray, then to 4K, and then to a 4K Steelbook, and then to another 4K Blu-ray Steelbook combo is stupid, okay? I don't know how many copies of certain movies I need. One is the answer. One good copy is the answer, because I'm kind of reaching a plateau in my collecting years where I just want to start watching some stuff. I want to watch a good version of whatever it is. I want to be able to put it in, and I want to be able to watch it. The other day I don't know. Oh, so it bit me. I don't know what I was revamping the room a little bit, working around here, and I pull up my Joker movie, the original the first Joker movie, the one with I was gonna say River Phoenix, not River Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix, okay, which I absolutely love. I think it was so well made, the original one, the first one, not the musical, not the Lady Gaga thing, not that thing. I listen, I as a person that has mental health problems, I will tell you that the first Joker movie, it was relatable. It was relatable that it was scary, and the wife looked at me and she was like, "Why did you really enjoy that movie?" I'm like, I got it. I just got it. I just got it. It just made sense. You know what I mean? This is an abused child, been through a lot of stuff. He's got trauma. He's got abuse. He's got this. He's got that, and he just listen. I'm lucky that I have not become the Joker. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that. But I could relate to the character, you know. And if you watch me, you know that whenever I watch a movie, I immerse myself in the character. Like I am that character for an hour and a half. I pick a character and I be that character from beginning to the end of the movie, and I kind of like try to live vicariously. I'm using some awesome words lately through these characters, because who wouldn't want to be the Joker for a day? You know, maybe not the day where he gets like shanked or whatever, but you know, yeah. Could be fun. So yeah, I'm like, how many copies does I need? And I mean, I'm looking at like 3 steelbooks, 4K steelbooks. I'm like, why? You know, and then I'm looking at Blu-ray combo packs, like 3 different covers. They released one from Target and they released one from Walmart, and I had to have them all. At that point, I had to have them all. So I'm looking at like 200, maybe $300 worth of Joker movies, and I'm like, it's the same movie. And which one am I going to watch? I'm going to watch the Blu-ray. I'm going to watch the Blu-ray, the basic Blu-ray. It just was a Blu-ray. I think it was a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. That's what I'm going to watch. So why are these monopolizing all of my areas, taking up all the space? I do not know what to do with this stuff anymore. It's just becoming too much. So yeah, I've been pulling back, and I've been buying just new releases that I have seen in the movie theater, because movies are memories. Okay, so if I saw it in the movie theater with my wife and we had a good night out, and when I grab that movie off I don't know if you're like me, but when I grab that movie off that shelf, it's like Inside Out, the movie Inside Out. It's a core memory. I pick that thing up, I'm like, oh, I remember that night that we went to like Texas Roadhouse, and we ate, and then after we were done eating, we went to the movies, and then afterwards we might have went by the beach and just sat there at the beach and watched the sunset. So I'd be romantic like that. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell. Listen, don't be giving me a hard time. Yeah, I'm a romantic person like that. That's what I do. No, actually, when you have no money, watching the sunset is a good place to take your girl. So it is a little helpful hint for my younger viewers. If you be broke, you gonna have a job, or even if you're old and you're broke and you don't have a job, go watch the sunset. Go. It's free to watch the sunset. Go watch the sunset. Girls love that stuff. They're like, hey, look at the sunset. I'm like, yeah, it's good. So yeah, so I have been totally cutting back on my excessive spending. I am satisfied with my Blu-rays. I am not upgrading to 4Ks. If I do buy 4Ks, let me make this very clear. It's because I got it cheaper than just the Blu-ray. Because I found it on eBay, or I found it on Amazon, or I found it on whatever, and it was just cheaper for me to buy it used or new 4K Blu-ray combo pack. And why would I go buy just the Blu-ray digital when I could buy the 4K Blu-ray combo pack and get a deal? So I got a few packages. I'm gonna crack them open here. Let's see what I've been up to. And like I said, these are either movies that I've wanted for a long time, and I ended up getting a good deal on it, or it's something that me and my wife had seen in the theater probably recently, within the last whatever, or it's something that we didn't see in the theater that we wanted to see in the theater because unfortunately, when me and my wife started dating, we had this movie. I don't know if you guys ever had this, but we had a regular movie theater. This was just a regular, and it wasn't even close to where we lived. It was actually kind of a little bit far away, but it was a $2.25 movie theater. They were showing movies that had already come out of the theater, and they would put them in that theater, and it literally cost more money for the popcorn and the drinks than it would cost to get into the movie. So me and my wife went to go see a movie, $2.25, no tax. It was $2.25 flat. So it would cost me $4.50 for me and my wife to go see a movie. Now, granted, sometimes the movie would snap. Sometimes the movie would get that speckled fire thing there. We were dealing with real movie projectors at the time, and sometimes things would go wrong. They actually have the attendant would come in sometimes, like, oh, we're sorry, we're gonna give you your money back. The movie broke. Stuff like that would happen. But it was a good time. It was just such a good time. Me and my wife we'd walk over to Papa Gino's, and we'd have some kind of supper or whatever. There was a Papa Gino's like right in the plaza next door. And then right next to that was a Caldor. Or was it a Caldor or Woolworths? One of them. We would go to Caldor. We'd walk around, and I'd look at the physical media. At the time, it was cassette tapes back then. I'd go look at the cassette tapes or the VHS tapes back then. And it was just a good time. And across the street, I think there was a Blockbuster Video, or one of the video stores was across the street. So I'd go look over there too. It was just a great. It was just great to be alive back then. I just gotta tell you right now, there is nothing going on nowadays. All the regular movie theaters are closing. There ain't no more cheap movie theaters, $2.25 to watch like the movies. We had quite a few, and we had a good run too, because after that one closed, we found another one, and then that one closed too. We ended up taking our kids to that one, so our kids actually had the same experience that me and my wife had. But then they ended up closing that one. That one was right on the side of a Chinese buffet, so that was amazing. But yeah, we would go see movies that were. They played in a regular movie theater, and then once they got out of the regular movie theater, they would go to this cheap movie theater, and we'd go see them there. And it was just a good time. It was a good time. It was a good good time in a life. You know, if you go watch these nostalgic videos on YouTube, the best of the '80s or the '90s or the 2000s or whatever it is, and do you miss this or remember what it was like to be a kid? I love watching those videos. I love watching those videos because yeah, I remember that those amusement parks being fun. Okay, it wasn't like everybody just trying to take your money, because that's the way it is now. You go to I've never been to Disney, but I have been to Six Flags. You go to Six Flags, everything's expensive. You get a soda. A soda is like $25, $30 worth for a soda. Soda. Are they making it something? Is it something special over there at Six Flags that they're putting in the soda that's gonna cost them $25? And then they're like, oh, if you buy the $30 cup or whatever, you get free refills for the entire day. Well, who's not gonna pass? Who's gonna pass up on that? Because you know, if you're going to Six Flags, it's gonna be hot. You're gonna be thirsty, and then who's gonna want to drop like $20 every 3 or 4 hours on it? You know. But then what sucks about that is you end up having to walk around through the whole entire park. And unfortunately, I don't go on rides. I'm not a ride guy. You're not gonna get me on a ride. I went on one ride, I think, my entire life. I think I went on like a flume, like a water ride or whatever. And my entire family laughed their ass off at me because they were like, because I had a full blown anxiety panic attack, and it was in the kiddie park. It was in the kiddie park, and I just lost my stuff. And my wife was the ride was going, and she was just looking at me screaming like a woman. And she was laughing at me, just laughing and laughing. And I gotta admit, yeah, it was funny. It was funny. I lost my stuff. Yeah, and it was literally a tube, and we was like hanging onto a wheel in the middle of the thing, and they were just laughing. It was something. All right. So yeah, the first one actually is a 4K Blu-ray digital. And if the digital is in there, I'm going to give it to you, because that's what I do on this channel. I give you all my digitals because I have no use for digital copies. That's not my thing. I don't download digital copies. I bought this actually because 2 reasons. It was cheaper, and I like the cover better. And it is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital of Venom, The Last Dance. And this is one of the last movies that I think me and my wife went to go see at our movie theater. Not the 225 one, but our local movie theater that we had in the area that just closed. It was one of the last movies that we went to go see. I think one of the last maybe 5 or 6 that we went to go see before they went out of business. So I was like, this is movies of memories, and I want to keep that memory alive. What's cool is you slide this out like that, and you get that cool little alternate cover. And since this thing is sealed, that means somebody's going to get themselves a digital copy out of this thing. Unless the owner of this thing really did a good job of sneaking the digital copy out of this thing. And as always, please comment below, thank you, or I got the digital copy, or I appreciate the digital copy, or whatever. This is a little, the packaging is falling apart. Yeah, cheap packaging. Like it's literally like breaking at the seams. That's kind of sucks, but anyway. Hey, I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna stick it back in the thing. I'm gonna put it in the thing in. So here is Venom: The Last Dance. Let me get it up there. Oh, gotta get my little thing going on there. Oh, jeepers, creep. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is Venom: The Last Dance. Yeah, if you got it, please comment below. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do this all the time whenever I get a movie that has a digital code, as long as I plan on opening the movie, which I do plan on watching this movie again because I did enjoy it. This was actually really good. I am not a huge Venom fan. My wife likes Venom. She is like a Venom. She really enjoys the character of Venom. I'm a Deadpool guy. She's a Venom fan. She likes Deadpool too, but I'm more Deadpool. Venom is, I don't know. I think it's because I'm used to the Venom from the Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, and I kind of liked that whole kind of feel of that Venom, where this like big jumps into the body, but he's the same in every person, where he was different in the one. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not a comic book person, or I don't read. I just don't read. I watch movies. I don't read. That's why I watch movies, because I don't like to read. I just enjoyed the way that they portrayed Venom in Spider-Man 3. Now a lot of people are gonna fight me. They're gonna say Spider-Man 3 sucked. Listen, Spider-Man 3 was good for what it was, and these Venom movies are good for what they are. Okay, and if you're a fan of Venom, I ain't knocking that. I'm just saying that I enjoyed the whole how it once the whatever it was what do they call it? Is it a chrome? No, it's not a chromosome. It's a I don't know, like the black mesh mushy stuff there. Once it got onto the person, it kind of took on an evil role of the person, where this one is kind of like an alternate personality that kind of lives within the person. Yeah, you've seen them. You know what I'm talking about. All right, next one. This is. I say who all these things are from. I didn't even say who that one's from. Who cares? Andre Bellows. No, I do care. That's not right. That's not right. I always name all my sellers on this channel, and it wasn't right for me to open this thing up and not say who it was. That last one came from Smokey. Well, maybe I should Smokey Satic. I wanted Smokey's Attic. Smokey Satic. So I'm smoking some Satic. Smokey's Attic. That's where that came from. From Dogsville, GA. I don't know. And this one right here comes from Andre Bellows from Raymond ME. Maine? Is that Maine? All right, let's crack this thing open. Let's see what we got here. Maybe you guys get another digital. I don't know. Like I said, you got it. I got it. You get it. We get it. And it is a copy of okay. Now this is also sealed. And this movie I did not see, but this was on my list of movies to see. And we just didn't go see it in the movie theater because I was like, every time we go to the movie theater, I'm like, I really don't want to watch that. I just don't. I'm not in the mood for that type of movie. I don't know. We all go through our periods in life, and I was going through my depressing period. I was going through I'm a little bit depressed period. So I was like, I don't really feel like watching that movie. And it's the Blu-ray. I didn't get I didn't get the 4K because the Blu-ray has the regular version and the extended cut in it. If I would have bought the 4K only had the extended cut on the 4K, no theatrical version. I want to watch the theatrical version. I'll watch the theatrical version first. That's what I always do. And then if I love the movie or I like the movie or I just want to see if it changes the movie, I will put in the extended cut or the director's cut or whatever to see what they did to the movie. And it's Nosferatu, the new remake of Nosferatu. Now, I have not heard a ton about this. My oldest daughter gave me a warning. They were like, Dad, she said, Dad, it's like this. She goes, that Nosferatu movie is supposed to be pretty nasty. She said, pretty nasty. So, yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Comment below. Is Nosferatu pretty nasty? It is rated R for stuff that I can't even see because I am, I think I'm legally blind up close. And you're not going to see me here with no damn reading glasses. So this thing's rated R for being pretty nasty, okay? Yeah, and it is sealed, and I am definitely going to watch it. Wait a minute. Is it sealed, or did they sneak the digital code out? Because that's the thing that happens. That's my normal alarm telling me that, let's check this out here. But sometimes they make a... It's a bomb. There's a bomb about to go off. So I'm on speed here. If I don't make this channel, this episode go by within the next 3 minutes, I could explode. That's what's going on here. Hang on a second. All right. I'm going to keep going. It'll stop, I promise. It does this every day. I have no idea where it is. That's the craziest thing. That alarm has been somewhere in this room for years. And the battery has not died, and I have no idea. It's battery operated. I have no idea where the hell it is. No idea. Not a clue. Digital copy is in here. Let's wait for this to end. Are we ready? We're in fast mode. Usually you stop after that. And there we go. All right, so Nosferatu. Here we go. So you get two. Look, if you got the first one, maybe you want to let this one go. Maybe you want to give this to somebody else. Listen, hopefully these are going to my subscribers. Okay, that's the one thing that I always feel kind of off about is I know that there's some people that just watch this channel. They just go on the channel and they watch it and they're like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna subscribe to this guy. I'm not gonna hit like. I'm not gonna hit nothing or whatever. But I'll be more than happy to take the digital codes. I'll be more than happy to participate in the giveaways. But unfortunately, you can't participate in the giveaways of anything unless you are a subscriber because I don't pick anybody but subscribers. But in the case of this, I give away my digital copies on this channel. And I'll tell you that these digital copies have value. They do have value. I've seen them for sale on eBay. People sell these things for like $8, $9 sometimes. Sometimes more than that, depending on what it is. So here is the digital copy for the brand new Nosferatu extended cut. Is this the extended cut? Stream, download, and watch. I don't know if you get both cuts. I'm not sure. Anyway, here we go. Bring that up there for you. Let me make sure that gets in focus. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nosferatu. Yeah, I never saw the original, but I did see the second one that they released, and I love the Nosferatu character. I mean, it's the common vampire movie from back in the day, you know. So I'm looking forward to a good vampire movie. Anybody in it? Bill Skarsgård's in this. Mr. Pennywise himself. I didn't even know that. Anybody else I know? Lily Rose Depp. Is that Johnny Depp's daughter? Gotta be. I don't know any other Depps. William Dafoe's in this. Emma Corrin. Not sure who that. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Is he related to The Rock? I don't know. And Nicholas Hoult. But this, like I said, this is the extended cut and the theatrical cut. And big letters over here. Look, it's extended cut and theatrical cut. So yeah, this was the best way to go about it. I mean, why would you listen? Number one, I know this is going to be a doc movie. I know it's going to be, like, I've seen the trailers, so I know it's going to be a doc movie. So that means if it's on 4K, it's going to be even darker. Or it could be bluer, or it could be whatever. Somebody's going to complain about the 4K. I know they are, because they never complain about the Blu-ray. They complain all the time on YouTube about the 4K. So I bypassed the complaints, and I was like, listen, the Blu-rays are cheaper, and I'm happy with the Blu-rays. Blue is beautiful. Blue is beautiful. Okay, that's gonna be my new. I'm gonna have shirts made that say "Blue is beautiful." Yeah, and like I said, the Blu-ray is what has the extended cut and the theatrical cut. If you bought the 4K, you got the Blu-ray with it, which had the theatrical and the extended cut. But you get in the 4K, you just got the extended cut. And I don't know about you. I mean, I want you guys to comment, open a forum, whatever. Don't you like to watch theatrical? Don't you want to see it the way it was in a movie theater? If you saw it in a movie theater, I mean, that's where I've always been. I was like, I want to see it like I saw it in a movie theater. I want to see it like I remember it, sitting on the side of my wife or girlfriend or whatever it was at the time. You know, drinking a lemonade, eating popcorn, or whatever. I want to watch that version. And then if there's an extended cut or a director's cut where they wanted to add this stuff in and make it different or whatever, I'm up for that. After, you know, after I don't like to be forced to watch the extended cut, a director's cut, and not have any other option, because sometimes seriously, the director's cut or the extended cut is not as good as the theatrical cut. It's just not. I'm gonna throw out the for instance, the one that I remember, the one that's crisp in my mind, Friday. Okay, Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. Friday, the regular version, theatrical cut, hilarious, awesome, great movie. The extended director's cut that went straight to Blu-ray and was like, you couldn't get any other cut. You can get the theatrical cut on DVD, but you can't get Friday the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. That sucks. Okay, that sucks, because as funny as Friday is, I don't know. Is it Witherspoon? I can never remember his first name. When I say Witherspoon, I think of Reese. It's not Reese. But anyway, so Witherspoon. Anyway, funny comedian. There's a scene with him when he's talking to Craig, the Ice Cube character, and it's all about how we got milk, we got no. You know, Ice Cube does this thing. We always got cereal, no milk, and we always got this and no that. And then the father goes on about this whole thing about how he pays for everything and that he don't pay for nothing and everything. But the scene went on forever in the extended cut. And me and my son was sitting there like, and we love the movie, so we're watching. And I'm like, I'm taking this out. I'm gonna go find a DVD. I can't sit through this much extra of. It's not funny anymore. It was funny to a certain point, and then it stopped being funny. Because I'm guessing in these Friday movies they did a lot of ad-libbing. It's ad-libbing. That's what, right? When they're making up stuff as they're going along. Yeah, ad-libbing. Which is great. I love that stuff. I love when they do that on Saturday Night Live. I love that when they, you know, when there's a lot of actors that add that stuff. Jim Carrey's known for that. Adam Sandler's known for that. A lot of good actors are known for ad-libbing some of the funniest lines that just weren't supposed to be there. But in this case, it was just overkill. It just went on and on and on, and it ruined the movie. So yeah, I got to have my theatrical version, and that's what I wanted in my Nosferatu. So Why buy the 4K when I know it's going to be a dark movie? I know it's not really, doesn't even make any sense. Blu-ray is going to be beautiful. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And I will see you later. You should have saved me some.